So we're staying within the biological category, and now we're switching over to emotions, ways that we can charge our energy through emotion work. So, one of the number one ways that I hear a lot of people talk about is journaling. A lot of people tend to go to journaling to express themselves, get their feelings down on paper, and so on. And so, if you've tried journaling and you say, oh, this is just not for me, it's possible that you've only tried one form of journaling. I've since heard about various forms of journaling. So, it could be that the way you journal, you might want to try a different way. You might also realize that journaling isn't for you. And so, in that case, you might want to try something called Cybam. And just for you to know, I have created a playlist on YouTube all about processing emotions and the learning about different types of journaling. There's a video there, and there's also a video that talks about Cybam. I'm going to briefly discuss it here, but really, the video is a great source for more information. So, Cybam stands for sensations, images, behavior, affect, and meaning. And it's when we go through all five of these prompts and we really identify what sensations are we experiencing, what images come up for us, what behaviors, affect, meaning, that we're able to start processing the emotions. And the first time I engaged with this was with my somatic experiencing psychotherapist, or rather my psychotherapist who had a specialization in somatic experiencing. And I found it was incredible. And I find myself turning to Cybam often when I want to start processing my emotions. I have also experimented with meditation. It's actually one of the things that I want to increase in my practice, and I'm slowly getting there. And I found it was intimidating. I found sitting down, and a lot of the videos I found were like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then I heard a podcast episode, and I want to say it was with Dan Harris, but I can't be 100% certain. And the person speaking, the expert speaking, encouraged us to start meditating by like 30-second sessions and then 1 minute sessions and gradually build our tolerance up that way. And I found it fascinating, and that's what I did. And so now I can sit for longer periods of time. Once again, it's still not part of my everyday routine. It's something that I would like to incorporate more. That being said, what really helped me get over that hump and what really helped me engage with it more was just breaking it down to smaller chunks so that I can get used to it. So perhaps that was helpful for you, maybe not. Meditation can also be triggering for many people. And so, whereas the scientific evidence around meditation is overwhelming, and there's a lot of evidence around self compassion meditation as well, I don't want to give the impression that if you're not meditating, it's not a good thing. It might be simply not the way that you're going to find relief to process your emotions. Maybe Cybam is for you or journaling is for you. It really doesn't matter as long as there's one or two other ways that you found that works for you. My personal favorite is emotional freedom technique, and I will even tap and merge that with meditating. I'll even tap as I'm going through Cybam. For me, tapping is like the Swiss Army knife of tools and techniques in my arsenal, and I love bringing it in to almost everything that I do. And you heard me mention that I had a psychotherapist who, with a specialization in somatic experiencing, and I loved this form of therapy. I've experienced therapy with many different types of therapists in the past, and it's when I engaged with my psychotherapist who specialized in somatic experiencing that I made huge gains. I loved this medium. So it might be something you've never heard of, and if it's something that you want to try, I will put links in the resources page that I have linked with all of the course books, the workbooks. And finally, there's also traditional talk therapy that we cannot ignore, as it is super powerful for helping people process their emotions. So with that, we're going to move on to the next video, and we're going to focus on ways to charge our energy through the psychological category. I will see you there.